G'day everyone, this is the Aratra boss with the Greatsword. Now, as always after the first combo, we want to get an early Knight's Veil buff going just because it does so much damage throughout a fight. In the neutral game, you just want to be aiming to brink guard most attacks while poking back with Armor Breaker, and at the end of combos or in a slightly bigger gap, you can do a charged swift attack as well after the Armor Breaker. The boss does have two different burst attacks. I found this one here where the boss goes out for a really big side sweep, the harder one. I always went too early. The thing I was looking for in terms of a visual cue was waiting for the elbow of his claw to get right in, almost touching you before I would use my counter strike. It's important you get these because our biggest combo follows the counter strike. It's a fully charged Knight's Veil into a charged swift attack, a charged mortal blow, charged swift attack, charged mortal blow, and then whatever stamina you have left. Thanks to those extra pulses of damage from the Knight's Veil buff, that chain of charged attacks just keeps the boss staggered for the whole time, which is just really crazy. Does a lot of damage. That combo in particular is working on most bosses, but it only seems to work after a counter strike. Something about the way you're staggering the boss from the counter strike itself, I don't know, it allows you to do that whole chain uninterrupted. Now when you get this attack here where he jabs you 4 times quickly and then does the double strike, he has a very long recovery period after that. Run around to the side like I just did and do a full limit break into his bum there, because that's a critical spot, it takes more damage. That particular combo and either of his 2 burst skills are where we're going to retaliate with the most damage. Outside that, just focus on getting armor breakers and some charged swifts here and there. Unfortunately, he does jump out of this Knight's Veil, so I don't get to do the big combo, but still reapplying the buff is worth it, and the damage itself is not bad anyway. Don't be afraid to hold guard for that really slow left-hand claw attack. And we've got another burst attack here, so using Knight's Veil, unfortunately I didn't have 2 points, but a single one's fine, and then you can go into your charged combo chain, which is nice, it seems to be working there. As always, dump as much damage and stamina as you can into the boss before you use the brutal strike, as it'll obviously replenish your stamina. Now you'll see just there that huge chunk of health, that's when you break off his front like claws, and I just broke the other one. So they do nearly like 40% of the boss's health just by breaking those 2 off once you do it eventually. I do recommend Furious Swipe in this fight if you've got the extra skill point. It's quite handy for a range of the different venom and web shots that he does. It's just a good backup button to have as a bit of a no shit button. So yeah, breaking off those front 2 claws really makes the last half of the fight go quickly, and those will just break off throughout the fight as you do enough damage to the respective body parts. Alright, now we'll take a quick look at the build. Once I pull that up. Alright, so the Decayed Greatsword, which is just what I happen to have. I've still got the Fallen Lord 2-piece on for charged attack damage, and the Butchers for swift attack damage. They just are still the best that I have. Both sealed venom accessories give you a nice amount of poison resistance, which you find in the zone just leading up to that boss. And then I've got 25, 25, 26 for vitality, endurance, and strength. Now for skills, the main thing is Phantom Knight's Veil. That's your big buff and big bit of damage, which will lead into charged swift attacks and charged mortal blows, which you can make charge with this one here. Manifest Power is just for your potent attacks. Overwhelm and Heavy Pressure both just give charge time and damage, and Limit Break is obviously for those really big potent attacks. Over here, I said I was using Furious Swipe in that one just for the different like web and venom shots and stuff. It's kind of handy to have a nice big iframe. And then just some generic increases to our guard because we do a lot of, obviously, brink guarding. Over here, we've got Counter Attack, 2 points there just for damage, and Berserk Spirit and Indomitable Spirit for more spirit. And that's it. Thanks for watching, everyone. Cheers.